Glad to have you with us from Fort Worth, Texas, today at Amon G. Carter Stadium, and we will see who comes out victorious in the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Evans. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs.
This team is so much better than mine. Damn. Kelly.
Will be first on the attack. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
And it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum.
There he goes. Running through contact.
Ooh.
And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. On the run, it's Booth. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Here's the return. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. So the Rice Owls offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
He's got it all right. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Running behind that left side. Across the 25. Breaks into the open. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Rice. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Croman home. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Mississippi State right back to the line. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. No fair catches here, looking for room. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Looking downfield on 1st down. He'll get rid of it. Complete downfield. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And I like where the quarterback got, because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
Rice will try to move the chains on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
you're in plus territory on 4th and 1. I don't think the quarterback was ever thinking about coming off the field.
I wouldn't be surprised if the QB convinced the coach to go ahead and do it from the way it looked.
100%. That's the coach. We got this. Absolutely. We want more points. We got to go for it. I believe in my guys. The players always try to go for it.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Setting up the screen. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and Rice is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. From the red zone, it's Atkins. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Let's talk for just a minute about Rice. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On the option. They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. And they lose the ball out of bounds. Big loss of yardage on that one, but at least they've got another shot. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Back to throw, it's Croman Hope. Rushes on him. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
I'll tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a 1st and goal. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
The closer you get to the end zone, the more you start to bring big bodies on the field, right? The field shrinks. I'm worried about you running the football, particularly up the middle. But how about the offense? Does a nice job tossing the ball on the perimeter, going out there, getting some positive yards, trying to get 7. I ain't settle for no field.
Well, and after that running play, this is now a critical 3rd down here for the offense. You just got an interception. You've got to pay this thing off. You've got to find...
Sneaks into the end zone.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Evans. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Use the play fake, now to throw. He makes the catch. That's the way to get it out of your own end. Takes it all the way up to the 25 before going out of bounds.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
The Bulldogs headed quickly to the line.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Got it in the middle, it's Williams. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Wide receiver comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. Finding an escape route. Turning it on. Touchdown Bulldogs. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch it. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. And they've found no answer so far. Already to the end zone twice, tacked on a field goal, and now back for more. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for a crease to the left. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
The Owls now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
That's how you blow up the screen pass here on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
And the Owls need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. This guy can throw it. Virtually unblocked, and he's stopped for a loss of 8. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got some room to run.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
This is field position that you dream of. Yeah, I'll take it on the 2. Barrels ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rice. That touchdown puts him up by Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
He'll bring it out. It's Evans. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance.
And a sack all the way back at the 5.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Grab behind the line. It's Williams. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
A defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Catch in the middle. It's Mosley. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute, throwing and running the football.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Flips it out on the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Here's the handoff. Running into the open space.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
On the play. Brings up third down.
The Owls come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. They'll run play action. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack. Seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Back to pass. It's Coleman Hope. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Back to throw. Time running short in the half. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Reese, hard not to enjoy the pageantry and the meaning of this great game. And, of course, it helps to have had ourselves an eventful first half in the Armed Forces Bowl. And And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the second half of the Armed Forces Bowl.
Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. They more than got the job done in the first half. Now the job in a bowl game, don't get distracted and finish the deal here in the second half.
I mean, love the way they came out. They had all that time off, didn't look rusty at all, came out with the foot on the accelerator, looked really, really good. Palmer, you just more of the same here in the second half.
I agree. And if you're on that sideline right now, now's not the time to be thinking about the off season, your strength program, what classes you're taking in the spring. You need to focus on finishing this game and punctuating this season.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
On running back screens, quarterbacks are taught to hold on to the ball to the very last possible second, but I don't even think he thought he was going to get hit that quick before delivering the ball.
On the option. Got room to work. Got enough for the first down. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Unloads quickly. Oh, he's got some space. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback, you're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking them.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Bringing it back. He's at the touchdown, Mississippi State. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Number 8, set to kick off.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump.
There he goes. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple of shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Now on the option. Creates a little space. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Touchdown Owls! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
And I love how this offensive coordinator uses all of his playmakers and all of the speed. This is a guy that we've seen hurt defenses before catching the football, but you can get him involved in the running game as well with the option play. You get him on the perimeter. He's the pitch man. Nobody accounting for him. It's an easy walk-in score for the offense.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Mississippi State going up tempo. Looking downfield, it's Coleman Hope. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. On the move at the 30. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Tempo in overdrive.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass and was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
First down here for the offense. From the gun. This one's complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And as a quarterback, when you're facing man coverage, you've got to find your best one-on-one matchup. That receiver did a tremendous job. Quickness, changing.
There he goes. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. From the gun, running back on the move. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. And the Bulldogs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the tailback. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
The Bulldogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Rides to back and leaves it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to.
And they will score. Touchdown, Mississippi State. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here comes the option. Breaks into the open. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to fire on second down. Still looking on the move. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
He's the only one who's not going to transfer. That won't be hurt next year.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On third and long, no secret what he needs here.
Oh,
And the pass is incomplete as the final play of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming. We've reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Rice has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Thompson. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Quick touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there. It was a completion, but they lost yardage. And the Bulldogs moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw, it's Roman Hope. Fires to the middle. He's got it. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14.
get off the screen.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass.
Can't
Got
fucking
his man
see
on
if
the
the
right.
damn thing in the screen.
They'll
Go
get it
away.
down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. He wants it all. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And the comeback is on. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address and do something different.
And he tacked on the extra point. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the... The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
They'll move the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Jenkins. Makes the grab, it's Alexander. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
On the run, it's Alexander. He has the first and still on his feet. Turning it on! And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
They say it's still a game of field possession, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. They'll give it to him again. Headed to the end zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Injury time.
Let's see if Rice can get it in on 1st and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
They run the fucking clock, please. Oh. True.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Off the play fake. Starting to feel a little pressure. Going for 6. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
With that incompletion, it now sets up a very interesting decision for the head coach, right? You've got a narrow lead. You kick the field goal now, you force the opponent to have to at least score a touchdown to retake the lead. But you can also seize a lot of momentum if you get it here on 4th and short. If you're able to score a touchdown, this is a completely different game.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They already have the lead, but they will go for the knockout punch here in the fourth quarter on 4th and goal. To the air, it's Jenkins. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
And as a defense, that's all you can ask for. Give the ball back to your offense. Yes, you're still down. You gave them a chance. They got the football. They got some time left. Now can they put a drive together? Maybe go tie this game. Maybe go win this game. Great stop by this defense.
That's caught. It's Thompson. Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10. Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Gets rid of it. Pulls it in. It's Glover. Good call. Good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
Well, that receiver, he knew he had to get his head turned around quickly. He's running the curl route against zone coverage, but he knows his quarterback is going to be firing that ball into him. It's a...
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. You just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And it's now or never. It's do or die for this offense. 4th down, late in the game, trailing. They absolutely have to connect and move the chains right here. This thing's over.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. These corners backing off a bit. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. And the quarterback takes a knee. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure